Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver. Today we are going to be playing some Goldilocks. Goldilocks, yeah, one of my best performing heroes. I think it might actually be my best performing hero overall. Of all heroes that have like a sample size more than 20 games tracked anyways. So just a little fun fact, I guess. We pick up a Mim off of Roll the Dice early, or sorry, I think it was a shard. And then we pick up a familiar after that with the free roll in the shop, so I'm always happy to get a familiar if I can get a spell with it immediately. Just like, I mean, familiar is just like is kind of a start that you can build into pretty well, and just has a lot of has play patterns that I enjoy a lot. Anyways, it's like picking up Monster Book and Hat Ball and all that stuff. We're just gonna shard the egg here. Turns into a cut purse. We have another cut purse in the shop as well, and we can actually just buy this entire shop. But we elect not to buy the Lonely Prince, as like 2 gold for a 1/1 is just, I think the roll is just much better, since we can take a roll, sell something, and pick up a 3, which we do here. We pick up the Princess Peep, and the Princess Peep in front of these Mims does give us enough stats to take down the Wonder Waddle there, keeping us at 40 health here. I want to cast a spell just to keep this familiar growing, so we cast the Sugar and Spice onto the Ogre Princess, hopefully allowing it to slay, and also puts it out of Earthquake range. And speaking of out of Earthquake range, we're gonna pick up a Good Witch here, which is gonna also enhance the size of our the initial body on the Empress P, or the Princess Peep, Empress P. I get them mixed up a lot, so apologies. We get to pick up another familiar here. It's a little bit late, but especially on Goldilocks, I like, if I can triple a familiar, I'm very, very happy to on Goldilocks. Just because like on level 4 you have a higher likelihood of other heroes, or higher than average likelihood to find monster books immediately on 4. Thanks to our hero power, of course. We're just gonna sell this chicken and cast the Kidnap. I mean, we want to cast a spell and keep these familiars growing, and yeah. Now, unfortunately, attacks don't quite go well here, just because of the way that we're set up, like with the Mim having attack and attacking into the Sure Shot, allowing them to get another range attack, and the fact that they had assembled Curse Throne plus Bad Moon already, just the extra toughness gain from that range just ended up changing the breakpoints just a little bit too much, unfortunately. But we did steal. We picked up a golden Ogre Princess, which is fantastic, and there's a pair of Godmothers in the shop, which works pretty well with our Princess Peep and our Ogre Princesses, allows us to hopefully keep getting slays, as well as enhances those tokens, so we're happy to pick that up, and then also pick up the triple there. We're going to pick up a Moonsong Horn, just in case we can get a Crystal Ball out of this lock chest. And also, I mean, Moonsong Horn, just a pretty solid treasure. It's not super exciting, but it's still just very good. It's a power orb plus spell cost reduction, does matter. Alright, we get to triple our familiar on 4.1, a little bit late, but still fine here. And then we're just gonna buy an experience spell. I mean, we're Goldilocks, so we value experience quite a bit. And we do have an Arthur now, so I was considering just playing the Arthur to enhance just this one golden Ogre Princess. So I think it's essentially a 12/12. So like, the stats aren't that bad either. Just trying to figure out the optimal positioning here. Also, we have 2 gold left to spend. I mean, the Mim by itself, like as a unit, isn't great, but adding the 6 attack to the Soul Tack as well as the Ogre Princess would be kind of nice. I think we're gonna sell the Mim for. I considered selling 2 things for the other Soul Tack, but then kind of decided not to halfway through. And just decided, like, I sold the unit already, so I'll just pick up the donkey anyways. I was also considering locking just for the free spell, but I just don't think that's worth it. We're going into 5 next turn, and yeah, like we maybe could have sold something else for the Soul Tack pair, but again, I just decided not to halfway through. We did get a crystal ball out of our locked chest though. And with this Noble Steed, I mean, this Lancelot is a fantastic pickup for us. And with the Horn Ball set up, like we've got, or Half Ball, if you will, we should be able to pump a bunch of spells into Lance and get the treasure, hopefully sooner than later. We do need to hit those targeted spells though. There's one. Wizard's Test for +4/+4, and there's a TLK, which we do want to cast, but it's a little bit awkward because like there's not a lot of great targets. We really kind of want to keep this Ogre Princess. Also, we need to keep the Godmother for the stats, so we just end up we TLK the Ogre Princess. It turns into a very large puff, so that's something. Also, we get some soul tack value there, which is really nice. Managed to take out the Medusa before it gets to attack, which is fantastic for us. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna make pretty short work of this Muerte, deal them a big 14 damage. And yeah, now we just need 2 extra power onto this Lancelot, and then we are good. And there it is, a Blaze of Glory. Why settle for 2 power when we can add 10? There's another Wizard's Test, which I think we want to just put onto this Spellweaver. And then the Spellweaver plays better on the back row now. We did switch positioning a little bit in the cut there. I mean, we didn't need the Good Witch stats onto the Lance to get the treasure, so we moved it over and made our backline positioning a little bit better. Unfortunately, not quite enough against this Zippee, who also has half ball. And yeah, now we have a choice between Pandora's Box or Ninth Book, and it's actually pretty tough here because like I mean Pandora's Box can like we're pretty healthy, and Pandora's Box can get us any number of very good level 7 treasures, but we've also got this Herc in the shop, so I think we're gonna take the Ninth Book, and then we're gonna get Herc, and basically we're gonna hope for Black Prism. We're gonna get out a Moonsong Horn, which is it's a little bit awkward to get out of our spell cost reduction, but yeah, I think that's the play here, anyways. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, it's possible we should have just gone for the Pandora's Box for the potential Black Prism out of that. But I mean, the Ninth Book with the familiar. I mean, technically the Godmother's a mage. Also the Good Witch is a mage, and we have the Scion in the shop as well. There's just too many mages, just like on our board already for me to pass it up there. Unfortunately, we only get 1 hit for our Herc here. We do get a Pigomorph out of one of our mages though, which is great. And yeah, our Wizard's Familiar Last Breath ability does pop out a Lightning Bolt, allowing us to win the fight. Otherwise, we were losing that. So pretty clutch spell at the end there. All right, even though Godmother is a mage, like it's just not really something we want on board. So we go for the Shard. There's a lot of good level 4 evil characters that it could have turned into. I mean, like Medusa or Ninth Book, or not Ninth Book, or Monster Book would have been fantastic there. Or another Sporko even. All right, we did find an Aeon though, and we pumped it with as many spells as we could here. So we're just hoping that we get this Slay. And we do get the Aeon Slay, so that's going to give us 1 spell cost reduction, which is great. Gonna help us out a little bit at least. And yeah, this is the Muerte. Yeah, we are going to finish off the Muerte here, who we gave them a big chunk of damage earlier. So we finished the job there, and we get our 1 spell. I don't know if we should just lock these spells. Just locking for the Fiercify there seems wrong. But fortunately, it does work out as we get the Baba Yaga out of this the subsequent spell. And Baba Yaga is basically exactly what we want here. Being able to triple our spell cost reduction with each Aeon Slay is absolutely fantastic. And there was another Aeon there, but I definitely don't want to lock for it. It's just a pretty big gold investment. So we were just better served just casting spells. Unfortunately, opponent does get a really good attack into our Aeon. Also, it looks like they have this is the Zelhua who had Cursed Throne plus Bad Moon. They still have that, but they've added Excalibur, which is yeah, that's a scary Zelhua for sure. And the fact that we're not able to kill them here as they are at 5 is probably not great. All right, we get our Herc done, and we do find the Black Prism, which is phenomenal. So yeah, our plan works here. So now we can scale to the heavens. Not a moment too soon either. Sell out of this Like, we don't need to keep golden characters anymore because we're not going to be casting TLKs. Not with a full mage board anyways. And unfortunately, once again, our Aeon gets scammed. Well, I mean, last time it didn't get scammed, they just attacked into it, but still, like, it, what do you call it? The Pigomorph just completely crushes us here, unfortunately. We do get a fair amount of Pigomorphs ourselves, but we still lose by the fight by a lot to this Zippee who has Hat Fork Ball. So yeah, it's gonna be Prism versus Fork, I guess, in this one. I mean, if we get just like one bad run out, also, like, we're just dead now. So we have to be very, very weary of that, or very leery of that. Fortunately for us, this Gwen, who was Merlin before, is definitely not nearly at the same level that this Xel or Zippee is. So we make pretty short work of them. We get Xel once again. Remember, they had Excalibur. They already had at least one good boy, so they are certainly terrifying here. We pass up on the TLK, of course, just because we have the Black Prism. I didn't want to take the Spellweaver. I mean, 3 gold, it can just be a lot, and, like, I don't know, it doesn't really play on board. Like, there's just nothing that we can cut for the second Weaver right now, so. And, like, the triple just doesn't, like, the scaling just doesn't matter too. Like, we're scaling so fast that like this Spellweaver unupgraded is already at over 300 attacks, so. We did lock for the Knighthood here. Basically, we're hoping to get at least one Aeon Slay, which we do, and reduce that cost down to 9 again. And that's going to double the stats on our Scion, as well as give us also make our Aeons both golden. And yeah, it looks like we were going to lose there, as Zelhua had found a ton of golden good boys, but right at the last second, we get a final Pigomorph to take out their last character. I think we got 3 Pigomorphs in that fight, so we get incredibly fortunate with that. And yeah, allowing us to just stay alive to fight the Zippee now. And we fire off that Knighthood, leaving us with 3 gold. We can sell 2 things and cast this Evil Twin, which I think we are going to do. I mean, that'll fill up our bench. It kind of refills our gold a little bit too, and also allows us to get another Scion going. And also we get a Drink Me Potion out of out of the spells that pop out from the Crystal Ball. And yeah, now we can sell characters to just generate more gold. We're gonna just change heroes. We change it to a Sad Jack. Attacking first with this Aeon is just super important. We need to get that cost reduction to keep the scaling going. And like, if we're gonna win multiple fights anyways. And yeah, you can see the size of their Scion. Their Scions are extremely large as well. Not quite the size of our Golden Scion, but they do have multiples. And they've also added a 9th book, so this is a real 9th book battle for the ages here. And yeah, we do manage to come out on top with a single unit left there. So now we've got our cost reduction. We just need to scale as much as possible here, just to kind of leave them in the dust, as they're casting 2 spells for every cast, whereas we're casting 9 at the moment, which is great. We find another Scion. It does cost 6 gold, but that's okay. There's a Drink Me Potion as well. Unfortunately, we don't have a tree, so we don't get to cast this Expo Natural Growth. We could just take a roll and hope to hit another targeted spell, but I think we're just going to cast the Pigomorph. That's going to be one less spell that the opponent can cast, as well as hopefully it deletes some stats, like on a Scion or something like that. I was half tempted to cast the Dream, but I mean, I think attacking first is pretty valuable. But I mean, the obviously the best hit would be dreaming into Trophy Hunter here. Like, if we were to dream into Trophy Hunter with this 9th book, then I think we would be very, very powerful. But yeah, we go for the Pigomorph, and yeah, it ends up hitting a great target, and yeah, we make pretty short work of them in this fight thanks to that Pigo. I think they get a Pigo of their own at the end there. We're getting very much. I think we're getting better spells by a pretty decent margin from our 9th book, though. So that's again pretty fortunate for us. And although, like, again, our Black Prism scaling is just gonna. It's like, given enough time, like, we're just gonna be able to outstat them. So I think basically their only hope now is to outscam us. We're going to pick up a Shadow Assassin so we can cast this Beauty's Influence, turn the entire board good. And yeah, we can sell a couple things. There's a Happy Little Tree in the shop with 2 Exponential Growths. It's definitely worth it. So we just jam that and put a bunch of toughness on our board. And yeah, just in case we get a tie, we'll cast a Kidnap. Just in case we can steal a Scion or something. We steal their Aeon, so that's something. And yeah, we get a Pigomorph out of our Aeon, and unfortunately for them, they don't get an equivalent spell. And our Scions are just so absolutely massive. And again, they just get a couple Earthquakes out of their 9th book, so yeah, we end up with a decisive victory in the end. I mean, Prism versus Fork, like, Prism's gonna win every time, given any amount of time. So, yeah. But yeah, this was a wild game. Like, we definitely, like, maybe, I think we were very unfavored against the Zelhua, who had Excalibur and, like, a full front line of good boys. Like, if we hadn't hit the Pigomorphs we did, we were 100% dead there. So, very, very lucky. We definitely get the scam with the 9th book. And the 9th book helps us out, especially in the early fights. And then we start to scale above the fork ball, Zippee, or wand ball by the end there. But yeah, this was a wild game for sure. I was definitely on the edge of my seat. It was very, very tight, and yeah, pretty exciting. So let me know what you thought of this. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff that helps the algorithm. I would very, very much appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.